Hi, welcome to the Montego Bay. I'm going to be starting a video series about putting a AFN TDI engine into a Volkswagen T25. I kind of figured this series will be for the DIY who wants to have a go themselves. The advantage of putting that engine in is just, for me, more performance and economy. But also just a laugh and just have a go, and it will be good to share the highs and the lows of that with everyone here. And there's probably going to be a lot of distractions on the way, some healthy, some unhealthy, as you can tell. I do like to have a few things on the go at once. So I'll give you a tour. I've already a bit invested into this project. I've already bought a Passat. I was quite lucky. I managed to get it with 64,000 miles on the clock. It had an MOT. I think that cost me about £1,000. I've already made contact with, I think it's Advanced Engineering. I'll put a link in somewhere to them. They will be providing the kit and a lot of support, certainly with the ECU remapping. But otherwise I'm hoping to get this project going quite quick. I've got to take the van to Scotland next week, and I'm hoping to really take the engine out of that thing and get going with this, and with the aim of completing within a couple of months. If that happens, we don't know. But anyway, I'll give you a tour of the place. So, this is the workshop. It's very humble. It's an absolute pigsty at the moment, like I said with these other projects. Here's a van. It's a 91 t25 tin top, twin slider. Twin captain seats, 5-speed box. I can't get the engine bay open because it's a mess at the moment in here, as you can see. And I'll explain why that might be later. But at the moment it's an AEN 1.9 non-turbo diesel from a Skoda, and I had that professionally installed, and I won't mention who did that, but I can proudly say they are the only people on this planet to wind me up. And I think the reason that is, without going on too much of a rant, is everything they touched and did broke or went wrong. So that's cooling, oil, clutch, wiring, even the engine, because that fell out. I didn't kick up too much of a stink, but I certainly had something to say to him, and I still think he's not worth going to. So if you're in North Wales and want a bit of advice on that, give me a shout and I'll do that privately. I think I've already stinked him off online somewhere, and it's not really something I like doing. So, yet another reason why I'm doing this project. So, let's find the Passat. Right. Here she is. I didn't record myself taking this engine out. I think I was just a bit bored the other weekend, and it turns out it was very easy. I didn't know you can just unbolt the front, so that just means taking the radiator out. I had the air conditioning degassed professionally, the power steering and all that other stuff, and then yeah, it pretty much just pulls out. Now, I'm no professional. I'm not a trained mechanic. I'm not particularly well tooled up, but this was quite a simple job. I don't think it's beyond anyone. And I think if you actually Google how to do it, it wouldn't take you very long. Maybe a weekend or a day. So I think my bit of advice to anyone who's going to do that is the exhaust, which looks like this, that can come out through the front of the engine. So you have your turbocharger, it's about here, and the exhaust back down there, and you can pull that out, do that as soon as you can, and then you'll have loads of room to fettle around and get all the earth wires out and such, and get to the starter motor. That would have made life easier if I did that quicker, but otherwise it was a simple job. So here it is. Nothing to see really. I'll be doing the flipping the gearbox upside down install as well, because I don't figure there's much point of having 140 horsepower on the original gearbox, mainly because it's got that 4.8 final drive, so you just have all that power revving for no reason, so there's no point. I'll probably talk more about the kit when it arrives, but that's it for now, I think. Some of the other stuff I've got going on. So the van for me was a daily driver, so whilst that's out of action I needed something else to drive around in, so I picked up this real sweet 300D. I found it locally. It'd been off the road for like about 10 years and it didn't need too much work to get it back on the road. Oh yes, didn't. Sorry, friendly neighbours. So I'll be beating around in this until the project's done, but this needs some suspension work, which I'll probably show you. There's that lovely 3 litre 5-cylinder diesel engine. It's like driving a bus. And this is my Volvo Amazon. I think this will, if anyone wants to know more about this thing, I'll probably have to do another video on it. So that's me. I'll get recording more videos when I get going. Cheers for now.